T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys. Hi guys, by now you'd have seen our merch store and you're familiar with it. But hold on, what's that? Christmas stuff? Oh, hold on a sec. Merry Clopmas, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies for men, women and children. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, look at the detail on that. But wait, hold on. There's more. Jingle. No, not Jingle Bells. It's Jurgen Bells. Look at the Christmas tree with the trophies underneath it. Snapbacks. You know how it is. You've seen the snaps that before. Oh, it's a red one. It's a red one as well. Guys, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. Head over to our merch store and get your stuff now. Let's go.
Good evening, people. Sorry, you caught me in the middle. I'm just building up a little Everton to smoke still. Yeah. You know, just mellowing out the evening and that. We just put these lot in a little bit of, you know what? Yeah, smell like Rafa Benitez and them man still.
Let me get some real here. Voila.
We are gonna smoke the boy them tonight, you know. We are like a little urban thing, you know. Celebrate right on that. It's not every day you put the boy them in a Rizla and smoke the spliff, you know. Bless is the Most High. Ja Rastafari. All right. We're sure now.
They get the big thing now, you know.
Where you tell me?
What
they get the big thing, you know.
Everything is irie. Everything.
If you know about the fat head. If you know about the fat head, voila.
Well, basically, we did walk up on the pitch, you know, cross over Stanley Park, and we did tell them
the big thing.
The boss. Voila. We are the world boss, you know. Everton is a small team.
Twist something.
Everton is a small team, but them go on like them is bad. So we have to this. Tell them to settle down and just tell them things that can't go on, you know. So we have to put them in a spiff and, you know, a small team. Pass. We're just a small them. Yes, we smell Rafa.
They get the big thing.
We smell Richarlison. All the boy them just smell it on the Risley, you know. When we just a bonnet in and try to, you know.
People's eyebrows coming out as well. Like, you know that was
everything is irie, you know. Jaja, gifted, talk to me, no man.
Chat to man, brethren. What you say?
Listen,
yeah, chat to man, brethren. What you say?
While you man are blazing on that, I'm sipping on a little something. Rather, it's mad.
Voilà.
I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a bittersweet thing because we got Rafa sacked, and even though he should have never gone over there, I'm always gonna have love for Rafa. So it's a bittersweet. But listen, we'll talk about my captain when we get to player rating. When we get to player ratings, we'll talk about my captain. We'll talk about the king when we get to player ratings as well. Let's save it for that. We'll talk about Ragu in midfield when we get to the player ratings. We'll talk about that. You know what I mean? Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? Do you want to start? I tell you, nah, you know, let's just start with player ratings. We might as well, because I'm just going to keep talking about individuals and how brilliant they were. So we might as well just get straight into some player ratings, or should we save the best till last? Maybe we should save the best till last.
What? Me iron, you know, me lean,
We
me
lot saying.
clean, me good, you know.
All right, let's go for the half. Let's go for the half.
Hold on. Let me read out. Really quick.
You know, I said thing bad right now. We have to pick something.
Cal, I'm just thinking this is class. We got the bun one. Bun up,
man. Right now, we have to bun up right now, you know.
Yes, I'm
Right
a ganja planter. Call me the Rafa Saka. You know, when you put the ganja.
Listen, man.
Salah come and light it up on fire. Huh? Yes, I'm a ganja planter. Call me the Rafa Saka. Hey.
Listen, we smoke these, man. Easy.
Genie says, fellas, this is the season's attack. Is telling 2017,
2018, and 13 and 40.
Outside.
Come on.
You have to forward outside. God,
Listen,
everything just a go on in the net.
Everything
Joel,
nice,
my
bro.
tip. I was a bit iffy true, but we did smoke them. Build up yourself, Joel. I saw you do it.
Trust me, brethren. What do you mean?
We just a feel good, you know.
We just feel nice right now, you know, brethren.
I feel good when you
nice
wrapped up
now.
in my arms. Dancing to a reggae song. Feel good. I feel good.
You know, guys, let's get the party started for real. Let's get the party started on the road. Let's do this.
Everton can do a thing. Feel good. Feel good.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Salah for tell them, you know. Salah for tell them. What you say?
All right. Let's jump.
Let's jump.
I'm feeling all right now, you know.
Listen, man. Listen.
I love my life. I love. I could do this soon night.
Hold on. There's one more video incoming. Hold on. There's one more video incoming.
Let me go short. Come on.
I feel like that one's too long still. Before it gets in, it's too long. But you man get the gist.
Rafa, don't change me.
You man get the gist. Hold on. There is one more video. There's one more.
I didn't kill off with this one. You see, Baba. When you roll it up, I'm all the way.
We are smoke them boy there.
Oh boy. I really enjoyed that game. I'm not gonna lie. Apart from about 5 minutes in the first half towards the end, I really enjoyed that game from start to finish.
Rob, I loved it. Other than when they scored,
I enjoyed it.
It was absolutely amazing. And not only that as well, I think we kind of predicted that it was going to be 2 or 3 goals. And bro, we done what we've been doing all season. Since, what is it? I think it's 17 games in a row, scoring more than 3 goals. Guys.
No, two or more goals in 18 games and counting now.
Guys, I'm going to be so real. It's going to take a lot to stop us. We're not perfect. Obviously, they scored, so it shows we're not perfect. But I will say this, though. From what we are showing so far, we are absolutely on the money for December. We've got 9 games. 8 more, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And if we continue this type of form, we are going to be right there in the conversation to win in the Premier League. Like, literally, I'm not saying we're going to win it, but we're in the conversation if we put a run together. Because right now, we've got players coming back as well. As we were talking about, Curtis Jones coming back, Naby Keita's coming back, Des Bonner's now back, Firmino's coming back as well. right now we are doing our thing. Let's just keep this thing moving.
Yeah. I've just literally got footage of Bill talking to Rafa Benitez. Bill's just asking, why can't you beat Liverpool?
Yeah, but I mean, I want an 11-inch penis. It's not going to happen.
I've also got Rafa trying to explain what happened as well, people. This is Rafa Benitez live explaining what happened against Liverpool.
I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months. And
It's been a lot for Rafa still.
You see that line these past few months of kid.
Rafa, what happened in the last 5 games, Rafa?
Years from now, they're going to ask us, where were you when they took over the planet? We're going to say,
we just sat back and watched in the last 5 games.
We're not fighting for nobody, but we respect everybody.
Oh, you man, I've got
nobody
that
way. Nobody that way.
You man, give me 5 minutes. I've got the perfect. No, you have. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
This is what I mean. There's always one in the.
I'm coming out.
Too far. There we go. We're gonna have to lock him out, innit?
Yeah. Reset the password, bro.
Yeah.
He's not allowed back in unless he's a guest.
Ahmad says, smoking on that Goodison pack. You zim it.
You zim it.
I get high every day. I get high. Bayesian Barnes says, blessing fellas, I'm gassed. I told you one after the Southampton thrashing that revenge was going to happen at the place of the crime last season. Put in a spliff and bun it.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, actually, we need to start there because coming into this game would have mentally been quite stressful for a few of our boys. Let's keep it real. It was where our season fell apart last year, effectively because of the effects of what it did long term to the rest of the season. Thiago and Van Dijk could have got PTSD today. And for minute 1, they were being aggressive. Whichever way you look at it, they were being very aggressive. So there was a few times, like there was a tackle on Mo down by in the first half, Cal. I don't know if you remember when one of their players went flying in on Mo. And it was one of them ones where if Mo, if his studs were in the ground, you never know, bruv. Like they were flying in with the tackles all game.
Yeah.
And I'm all for a little bit of rough and tumble because it's a man's game, innit? But you don't do things that are endangering, man. Do you get what I mean? There's a difference between throwing your weight in around and letting man know you're there and endangering, man.
Yeah.
And they were doing the type of tackles that were just constantly endangering our players. And then they were diving themselves. They were actually diving themselves, bro. Like they need to go back and rescind that yellow card for Fabinho on that dive that when they got that free kick on the edge of the box. That was a joke, bro.
Absolutely.
So you got to give credit to the man them to pull out a 4-1 away at the scene of the crime, because the worst place to go after something bad happens to you is where it happened. And I'm being genuine when I say that. So for Van Dijk and Thiago especially to rock back up at a place where it all went wrong, you know what I mean? But do you remember when Carragher had to go back to Blackburn after breaking his leg down there? Do you get what I mean? It's like that. Do you get what I mean? Cisse, he broke his leg at Blackburn as well, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? When you got to go back to the ground that you had a horrific injury, you know what I mean? No. I don't like the fact that you just came in at 480p or 360p with a big
I don't. Nah, do you know what I realized? I don't think I can.
Well, it's lovely. Then. It's lovely knowing you guys because our channel's about to get shut down probably. It's always been a pleasure, people.
I can't play it. No, I can't play the video. When I say the video is perfect, but I can't play it because I think there's a
Yeah, there's a copyright on it, bro.
God is still.
I'd have to edit it. I'll get it for next time. I'll have to edit it. I just realized there's something on the screen.
Isn't God good?
Yeah.
Isn't God good? Matt,
the
devil is a liar, bruv. Matt, the devil is a liar.
These men I hate. Drift, you better stop that nonsense, you know, because I'll play the video, you know.
No. Sorry, look, Matt. Hey, it's Cal here. Look at the screen. It's Cal here. Hey, bro.
This video, I'm telling you, every man will be finished. Every man will be finished if I play this video.
I apologize for Drifty's behavior just then. You know, brothers, we stick together. You know, I apologize on his behalf, Matt. Yeah? Yeah. He didn't need to say what he said, and he was out of order. We're good now.
Okay.
That's
cool. It's cool. I won't play.
Thank you, Matt.
I won't play.
Man, just walking around with a grenade in his hand, you know, just got his hand on
I
the pin.
I won't play.
Just got his hand on the pin. Should we do player ratings then?
Of course.
Go on then.
People trying to egg me, you know. Matt, be a man and play it. He's like, let's go. Now, trust me,
Musa
people.
LFC21 says, big up Liverpool pulling out performance on my birthday. Hey, Musa.
It's your birthday, bro. If it's your birthday, bro, big up.
You know what we're going to have to do, Musa. Happy birthday, bro. I've got a funny story to share with you.
Matt, put the mask on and step away from the.
That's real talk, blood.
I've also got a shout out to Claude Jansen. It's Claude Jansen's birthday today, so shout out to Claude Jansen. Going to drop
happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, man.
Star Dazen says, anyone that doubts Hendo's technical ability should stop watching football. Special performance. The link-up play between Hendo and Mo is unreal. Facts.
It's different, you know. It's different.
What was I going to say?
It's different, man. I don't know. Player ratings? Was you going to say player ratings?
No, I was going to say something else, but it's completely lost me now.
Was it about Hendo? Was it about Matt moving like a rebel?
I ain't a rebel. I just, you know, sometimes you get this impulse.
I'm surprised that Matt don't come in wearing all black like a Bond villain.
Well, hey, Matt, me again, Matt. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Do you know how bad I want to play this video? Because
No. He didn't mean it.
I'm not gonna play it, or maybe
he didn't mean it. If you are pushing the boundaries there, bro, there's only so much I can do here, bro.
I'll show you Matt after the show, then we'll have a debate on whether it can be played, but it has to be some editing in terms of taking certain things off that video. But it can run. It's got to be edited in a certain way.
That's what I'm gonna say. I was got a quick funny story for you. So, I had this. I was watching one of our videos back or listening to it while I was driving, and Stevie was in the car, and the beat came on in it. Here's how you know the beat slaps, because he looked at me like that and went. I was like, you feel it? He said no words. You were just there like
vibes.
I was like, yeah, you're feeling this.
Daddy, is this your tune? Like, yes.
I'm not even gonna lie, it's quite brave of you to have it on while thingy, because
no, only some of the shorter clips and stuff. Like I know when to forward and when not to.
Okay, I was gonna say, because we say some stuff that he can't hear.
Yeah, no, we have to say
some stuff, Drew. No,
Well, man, this guy. Did you see? Man, them pushed me into the cage and locked it behind me, boy.
Musa says Liverpool have officially won more Merseyside derbies at Everton than Everton. Oh gosh,
bro, they got beat up at their own place 4-1 at the Goodison.
We came in with mud on our trainers, put our feet up, and was like, "Your couch,
darknesses." They should have never gave your club any money. They should have never gave your club any money.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
You know when it hits the slow mo, you like it's like fuck you, yeah.
man, I've got to keep it down, you know. I can't make up too much noise. Hey, listen, you man are trying to get me cancelled in my own
Bro,
yard.
I'm not even gonna lie, brother. Cancellation is a necessity when you
I'm about
beat
to
Everton.
cancel the show and cancel myself.
No. Cancel yourself, and then we'll just talk about it afterwards. Bro.
Listen, if I gotta go down, I gotta take the shit with me, man. Just like,
bro, I'm probably in the doghouse already, bro.
oh yeah, just like DiCaprio, man. DiCaprio, man. Just like
celebration.
DiCaprio,
I was making up pure noise during that game.
I mean, I noise.
I know, bro. But I'm not even gonna ask her to make me a plate. I'm gonna make my own food.
No, you gotta do that.
You know that Idris Elba where he just eats the food. He's like, that could be me, bro. What did you put in this? Something to shut you up, in it.
Or extra Scotch bonnet and that.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a mazza
out during the game. All right, let's do the play ratings then, boys.
Indeed.
Alisson Becker, AB.
Do you know what?
AB.
After watching it back, it wasn't his fault for the goal.
It wasn't.
And he nearly saved it as well.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't even know if he had to do much.
Distribution was good. Decision making was good.
Yeah.
I think his kicking, he didn't do that physical thing, even though some of his kicking, I think a couple of times you might be like, Ali, but I think he was calm. I'm going to say 8.5.
I don't really remember being annoyed at him today, Matt. Not for his kicking, I don't think. No, not today, I don't think. I would have gone with an 8 because I think if you're getting into 8.5 and up, I think that's when you've made a lot of saves.
But you know what it is, though, Drift? We went to Goodison.
8.5 is very good.
And scored, very good. And scored 4 goals. He was not at fault for one of the goals.
All right.
Tayshawn says Coleman with the Jorginho impression. Indeed.
That's what I said as well. That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what I
did
said.
Say that, Drift. You did.
He looked like he was chasing.
It's a bit late. Halloween was a month ago, big man.
Yeah, he looked like he did everything to chase Salah, innit? Everything, and he just couldn't catch him. Math says Rafa got ops on both sides now. Man can't shop for milk.
Rafa's done it.
He's sacked in the morning.
Yeah, he's gone, unfortunately.
Yeah,
he's gone. And I say unfortunately, not because of Everton, but just because of the man. Not Everton.
They don't deserve him. They don't deserve him.
They don't deserve him.
They don't deserve him.
Yeah. I think they only gave him like 2 million in the summer though.
No, they don't deserve
and he had to make it work with the
It
Damari
does smell like a
team.
setup, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Rafa done what he could. He bought in Damari Gray, like what you said, Drift, one of the bargains of the season. But other than that, what more could he do?
Townsend for free.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. Rondon. How much did Rondon even cost?
Probably a free as well.
Probably a free, bro. Probably a free.
That man there got man in that, bruv. If you get 2 freebies, you're actually doing, you're not even doing a Poundland thing. Like, if you, bruv, that is mad, bruv. You're in the charity shop if you're only getting free.
You got to buy stuff in the charity shop, bruv.
To be fair, Everton,
for real.
To be fair, Everton normally do a lot. Like, over the last couple of years, Everton has spent money, so.
Like, that's why they're in the mud. They've got to sell.
Yeah, for real.
But the thing is, they bought a lot of players, but their squad is thin.
It's not even finished, it's dead.
Their squad is thinner than an Italian pan. You know them ones, like. That's why I get deep pan, you know, but Italian is just mad thin.
Italian pan, you know.
P. Hour says Jota, he got the goal. Robbo removed 2 assists with 2 assists.
What? Jesus, 1 assist.
1 assist. Watkins, 1 assist. I removed all in my fantasy.
Oh no.
And if I'm not mistaken, Pete is one of the guys who's at the top, right?
Yeah.
I think he is, bro. So he's feeling that hard, bro.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to everyone that put Jota and Salah in your fantasy team and you made Salah captain.
This is Pete right now.
Someone just said it was FFP why they was only allowed to spend the 2 million. So that means they went that ham in the previous window. Bloody hell.
They spent bare money. They're like 5th biggest spenders in the league, bro.
That is mad.
Remember, when you're buying up players like Iwobi for 40 mil, it's like,
this is a problem.
Oh, yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
They bought Gylfi for like 45 mil. Richarlison was like 50 mil.
No, I think Gylfi was 50 as well. To be fair, Gylfi was a good player in his day, but
not 50 million pounds worth.
Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about my man, but he's not. Yeah, he's not even in.
But
No, but
Charleston wasn't worth that money.
But he can't play football, innit? He's under some next thing. I'm not gonna guarantee it. He's under the next thing, so he can't even play.
Won't for 35 mil. Oh, shut up. MP just said their net spend is 6th in the world, Drift. Oh, my God.
Everton have spent money, bro.
Wow.
In the world, though.
In the world.
I didn't know
their bench
that
was 100 mil something, apparently.
In the world?
Wow.
Tay Sean said they are on financial issues. Take Adrian. BC said it was a transfer window of Adrian's for Everton.
Damn.
Imagine having the most spend in the
world.
And you're doing up 14th in the league, 2 points above relegation.
Do you know what that's like, you man? That's like, and no disrespect to the shops I'm about to say. Shout out to all shops, yeah. But that's like you, man, going like Matt goes H&M, Cal goes Primark, and I go Harrods. And then we rock up at the party, and you, man, are looking clean, and I just look dead. What was the point of me going Harrods, bro?
That's a great analogy.
Clean.
What was the point of me going to Harrods and spending all that money, and you, man, look cleaner than me? That's mad, bro. How can they be the 6th biggest spenders in the league and be 15th?
In the world.
In the world, sorry, and be 15th.
In the world.
In the world, bro.
Mad, bro.
I said in the world.
This
front
mad.
three versus Mane, Salah, and Firmino opinions. You'll have to ask at the end of the season. Ask me that at the end of the season, Crypto. But
I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. 2018 ended with Bobby on 27, Mane on 24, Salah on 42, right? Am I right?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like
that. That's going to take a lot to beat. Even though we are being very saucy at the moment, that 2018, when it ended in that summer 2018, our front three had something like nearly 100 goals between them. I'm not going to lie, that was a saucy front three that year. Like that it was. I can't even front.
Jamrock says they have spent $699.35 million since 15-16. Fired the director of football. Fire everybody.
My goodness.
Fire everybody and just start again. In fact, don't. Keep him. Keep it how it is. We need a laugh sometimes.
Mad.
That's a lot, bro.
You've got to admire what they do for the city, though, because whenever Liverpool have a bad result or don't win, they always pull something out of the bag for us so we can still remain happy, though. So you got to think of how selfless they are as a club. Big up Everton, man.
Big up.
Doing up bits for the city, keeping the morale high.
Yeah, you got to do it, man. You got to do it. Everyone's got a role to play, innit? Big up them.
Facts.
Trent, what are we giving Trent tonight?
2 assists, yeah? No, Robbo got 2 assists.
Yeah, Robbo got
2. I thought, do you know what?
Trent should have had a goal, man. I think he might have packed that free kick that Van Dijk stole off him, you know.
I think Trent, again, when I was talking about the tactics in the preview, I think with Trent, a little bit unlucky in terms of how they scored because of the whole, he was anticipating a counter, but they played well. They played for other defense very easy, and he was running back, didn't get back in time. I'm not going to say he was at fault, but his positioning could have been a little bit better. I'm going to give Trent an 8 today. I'm going to give him an 8 because I still felt, even when he was under pressure, being pressured, he played some good balls, but I'm going to give him an 8 today. I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, 8's cool. I'm not going to blame him for the goal going in because I know that is actually a tactical, like it's tactical instructions for him to be prepared for the counter like that.
Yeah, he's still got to be responsible, in my opinion, though.
Yeah, no, I hear that, Cal. I hear that because you've got to read the game and understand what's about to happen and anticipate it.
Of course.
We get so many of our goals, though, Cal, at the same time because he's in that position ready for the counter. Do you get what I mean? So you kind of have to take the rough with the smooth on that one. I don't really like it because it is risky, but I'm not going to blame Trent for what I know is instruction. Do you get what I mean? So for that reason, I'm cool with an 8. I'm not going to be too angry at him on the fact that they scored that.
Because that's the only thing he done wrong is that he was anticipating that he might be able to counter when they was attacking.
Because remember, the type of space he was in there, if we do win the ball back, we ping it to him and then we're gone. Do you get what I mean? And we do it a lot. That is actually a tactical, do you know what I mean? Deliberate thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I hear that. Messi FC says Everton bought too much part life footballers. Hashtag facts. They have. Hold on. So Mina, Keane, Godfrey, Decore, Wobie, all for 25 to 30 mil. Luca Dean, Alan, 35 mil. Calvert-Lewin was at 45 mil.
No, Calvert-Lewin came for only 5 mil or something, didn't he?
Yeah,
again, it's just crazy money.
For what?
Bring that back up, though. Bring that back up, Cal, because I try to always be as unbiased as possible. Now, at the time, we did rate Pickford. Now he doesn't look that great, but at the time, we got to be honest. When he left Sunderland, he did leave with a very high reputation.
It's the same thing it's the same as Mignolet though. Because he's getting packed out so much, he looked better than he was.
No, I think his reputation was a lot better than Mignolet's was, Cal. If I'm being honest, I'm just trying to, for 1 second, just be unbiased, just for 1 second. I think Mina for 25 to 30 mil was fine. We wanted Mina at Liverpool.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. That was the summer when we was looking for Mina to be our fourth choice. Do you remember when we were thinking, do you know what? If anything, why don't we go and get Mina for fourth choice? Don't you remember?
Let's talk about Yerry Mina.
Yerry Mina, yeah. That was the season they signed him. We were talking about getting him as fourth choice.
No, we weren't, bro.
I don't think so, Drew.
No,
fair play.
Not Yerry Mina, bro. No.
Decore is worth every penny. Every penny. He's a quality player. I take Decore at Liverpool.
No,
you would. I know you rate him highly. Now, just rates him.
No, Decore is a baller. Just because he's a crap team, Decore is a baller.
No, but he's not Liverpool standard.
I don't think.
No, he is. He is. Decore is good, man. I would definitely take Decore to be a part of our midfield. I would.
Over who?
No, as an addition, bro. You see when we lost Genie? Bro, when we lost Genie, Decore could have come in and done that role.
No, Drift.
Nah, bro. Let's not get carried away. Decore is a baller.
Decore
is a baller. I know he played for the Ops and that, yeah. Decore is a baller, bro.
Nothing to do with
can I be honest?
He ain't fit to lace Genie's boots, bro.
Jeff, I'll be honest. You've never said Decore's name with any show where we said Genie Manama, but you've never mentioned his name.
Yeah, because he's already at Everton, so there's no point.
Even beforehand, bro. You've always gone Basuma. If there's one player you've gone for, it's you've never said Decore, bro.
That's besides the point, though. When he was at Watford, he was a player that I was like, you know what? If we're gonna go and get a player, Decore, I wouldn't have no problem if we signed.
Not for me, fam. I'm fair enough if you're saying that.
I'm not saying he's a rubbish player, Drift, but he's not Liverpool standard.
No, not for me.
All right, fair enough.
But fair play, though.
I rate. No, I'm not saying to be a week in, week out starter in our team. To be a part of our squad, 100%.
Not part of our squad, bro.
I'll take Decore to be a part of
we could probably get about 30 centre midfielders.
Yeah, I'd rather go Gravenberch, Basuma. There's a lot of man ahead of.
No, but what you're doing is you're taking what I said out of context. You're saying, of course, there's better players than him, but he's still good within his own right.
You just said
I'll be honest.
Replace Genie, bro.
I'll be honest with you. He ain't no Genie replacement.
He can't replace Genie, bro.
I believe he could have replaced Genie. In those games where you need a man to retain the possession, help out with attack now and again, be strong in the midfield. Yep, Decore could do that. Decore is a good player, man. I rate Decore. I'm not just gonna.
No, fair play if you rate.
I know we're not opting, but I rate Decore.
No, I'm not saying
I think he's good, but I just don't think he's good enough for us.
Not for us. We're an elite level team, bro. We're elite.
Well, fact still remains. He's definitely worth 25 to 30 million. Which is what they paid.
In the current market.
He is.
I would say he's probably worth more than that. But so I don't think they flopped paying that for him. I would say Allen and Digne are worth 35. It's not like I think they spent their money horribly. It's just for some reason it hasn't worked. Like Digne is definitely one of the best left backs in the league.
There's more.
Allen was very good at Napoli. Like you can't say he wasn't worth 35.
Allen was good at Napoli.
Listen, I'm saying I don't think too many of those guys was outrageous in terms of the fee.
No, there's more, Drift. Balassi was 30 mil.
Now, that was ages ago, though, bro.
Yeah, but it still happened.
That must have been about 5 years ago. How long ago did they buy Balassi?
They bought Morgan Schneidlin for 25 mil.
Oh,
Ashley Williams.
Ashley.
They've just been buying poor players for big money.
Their money.
For no reason. It's like they've just gone, all right, yeah, we'll do it. We'll bail them out. Are you having financial difficulties as a football club? Well, look no further than Everton. They'll help you out with all your debts. They'll come and sign some of your players, and then you'll never hear from them again. But you'll be secure. Theo Walcott.
Fear, you know.
I know the Walcott. But then again, I think Walcott is Everton level though.
Klassen, Vlasic. Bro, half these players ain't even touch pitch, really, bro.
Yeah, but did they buy them in the last 3, 4, 5 years though? Them players seem like they bought them years ago.
Within the last 5 years, they've been bought, bro.
Bloody hell.
Jeez. It's terrible. Pete out, if it wasn't for the AFCON, Salah would break the record. Agreed.
Salah's on 13 right now.
Might be
He's on
14.
13. He's on 13.
You know, I'm not gonna lie though. 32 goals was so hard to do in general that people like Henry and them man they didn't even do it. He's got a little way to go before we can say he's definitely gonna break the record. But he's obviously like pulling up the type of numbers at the moment that look like he would. But he still needs another 20 goals, which is a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot. You know what I mean? Like
the only reason I say that is because if he wasn't missing AFCON, I genuinely think, and obviously stayed injury free, I think he would have won. I think he'd have.
Yeah. I don't doubt him. Of course I don't. But what I'm saying is, when he broke that record, that was a 20-something year record. That was how difficult that is to break.
I know, but our team wasn't as good then, Drift, and he's better than he was in 17-18.
That's true.
He's actually better than he was 17-18. Let that sink in for a second.
He's more complete. Brother's got 9 assists, bro. He's too clear. He's got 9 assists.
Do you know what?
What's the Premier League? What's the assist record for one season in the Premier? It's like 20.
I think it's 20. Yeah, I think it's 20.
Salah's got 9 assists and 13 goals. I think right now.
If Salah has the cheat to break both records in a season, I don't want to hear from no one.
4 clear of Vardy. 4 clear already.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Do you know what? Yeah, am I being too controversial when I say I feel like he was more fearless in that 17-18 season? No, I feel like he was taking more risks with the type of goals that he was scoring. Like he was doing outrageous stuff that season. Do you get what I mean? Like
this season, I think he's been even more. Bro, look what he did to Watford and City. But even remember the first game. You lot might forget the very first game of the season, bro. He twined up about 6 Norwich players, and then it got saved by Tim Krul. From day one, he's been threatening to do naughty stuff, bro.
Yeah, he had. No, that's right. But I mean,
outside of the foot passes to Mane.
In 17-18, I'm remembering like goals from the halfway line, 25-yard goals.
Do you know what it is as well?
He was doing crazy shit.
He was a newcomer into the league. And had no pressure. You see, this season, what's so bad is they kind of think a lot of teams and players think they know how to play him. And what must be frightening for the opposition is that they're thinking, wow, we thought we saw Salah, like in terms of like what he can do. Bro, he's on 13
he's taking
goals.
It to another level.
He's more complete, bro. The man has 9 assists and 13 goals. Just for in December, fam. Let that sink in.
I'm not gonna lie. What you just said is he's got 22 goal contributions in 14 games.
Bro,
fucking hell, that is ridiculous.
No, because I'm gonna be honest.
And it could have been more.
Alien thing, bro.
He's the best player in the world. He's the best player in the world.
It should have been more, bro.
As things stand right now, he's the best player in the world. He don't get twisted. There's players out there like Benzema, who I think is playing amazing, and even Lewandowski. But bro, as things stand right now, he's the best player in the world.
Listen, there's no doubt about that. But like that, I think that 17-18 season, I just remember how glorious some of his goals are. And I'm thinking maybe he was a little more like, I don't know, like he just felt like maybe he had a little bit more confidence to do outrageous shit then. Now, maybe not. I just remember in that season, man was doing the most. Like, man was dinking goalies who were coming out, packing them from halfway line.
Agreed.
Like, do you remember the goal against City in the Champions League when he just ran through and he just dinked Otamendi? And I'm just
confidence. But he's got that confidence.
But look at the goal and the assist he got in the City game this year.
I was gonna say,
no, but he did sit down 5 players in the Watford game that season, Cal.
No, he did.
But
right. Look what he did to Watford this time,
I was gonna
bro.
say, he sat them down again.
Yeah, Mo's on a madness.
He single-handedly ended Danny Carose's career, bro.
Do you know what?
Yeah, he's
if Mo Salah ends with about 30 goals this season and gets maybe, because I think even in the Champions League, guys, let's not sleep on that. I think Salah's got about 5 goals, you know.
Yeah.
Let me go and check now. If I'm not mistaken,
so the first game,
he scored in every game of the Champions League group stage.
In the Champions League.
Oh, shut up! No,
Salah,
he ain't true.
Yes, he has.
No, I swear down. I think Salah scored in every single round of the Champions League.
I don't think
he didn't. He didn't score against Atletico away. Sorry, at home. Sorry.
Are you sure?
It was Jota and It was Jota and Mane.
I'm
who scored in
sure
that.
I saw something
No,
that said he scored in every round of the Champions League.
Bro,
every
Salah's
round, not every
moving.
game. But
No,
in
sorry,
the-
no, in every game. Sorry, the
no,
group.
no. First, in the game against Atletico Madrid at home, it was Jota and Mane who got the goals.
Okay,
Guys.
maybe he had every goal up until that game. Then maybe he scored in all the games until.
All
He
right,
scored
let me-
against AC, he scored against Porto, if I'm not mistaken. Then he
All right.
scored against Atletico away.
How many games have we played How many games have we played so
5.
far?
We played 5 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Champions League Continental, I'm looking at Wikipedia. Mo Salah has 6 goals in 5 appearances. In the Premier League, he's got 13 and 14. Altogether, Mo Salah has 19 and 19. I ain't gonna say no more. He's got 19 in 19 so far. I think Salah's angry, fam. He's
Okay,
angry.
no, let me ask you a little question there. Real
He's
talk.
angry, fam.
Let me ask you a little question. He's got 19 in 19. Ballon d'Or, yeah? I know
He's
it's a
angry.
dead out. I know it's a dead out thing now. Like, so obviously, but this season counts as part of the Ballon d'Or as well, right?
Yeah.
So the man had the season he had last year, where he was dragging Liverpool through, even though we were underperforming. He was still
He got
dragging
31,
us through.
by the way. He got 31 last year.
31 last year, dragging Liverpool through a torrid time, and then he goes and gets 19 in 19. Obviously, some of those goals came after the voting, but the point remains: how the fuck was he 7th on that list?
Because we don't take it seriously. It's that simple.
No, I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. Man.
I think a lot of it goes into, in my opinion, a lot of it goes into trophies, because when you think about, some players being rated so highly, like for example, and I'm not taking anything away from him because he had a very good season. Jorginho came 3rd in the Ballon d'Or. Now,
did he have a good season? No, Matt. Did he have a good season? Or did he just have a good end to the season?
It's what I was going to say. I think Jorginho had a very good season, but it wasn't a Ballon d'Or season. And not only that, obviously, when you factor in the Euros, that's what bumps him up higher. And I think what goes against Salah, which is what I don't like, is that obviously Egypt didn't play because they can't. Obviously, they can't play in the Euros. So what Salah done for Liverpool, they can only take it as Liverpool, and they can't look at anything else. Whereas Jorginho had Chelsea. They didn't win the league, by the way, obviously. And then you factor in the Euros, which obviously brought it higher. And I think that's what's happened this season, in my opinion, for the Ballon d'Or.
It makes no sense to me, Matt. Kante was more integral to them winning the Champions League than Jorginho was. Fact. Livramento was not Livramento. What was the left back? Spinazzola, Chiesa. There was enough Italian man who had better Euros than him.
Verratti.
Like, come on, man. How the fuck is he 3rd? Like, what the... Anyway, yeah. I'm just saying, Salah being 7th is an absolute joke. Like, that is an actual joke.
I'm still stunned at 19 goals.
And hold on.
Games.
Was it not... Hold on. Was it not my man who also missed his penalty that if England had scored theirs, we would have won?
Yeah.
I swear Jorginho missed the penalty in the shootout, right? How the fuck 3rd?
Yeah.
That's a mock there. Is just that putting him 3rd literally says, guys, don't take this serious. Innit? Don't take this serious.
The only person that can talk to Salah this season is Lewandowski. He's got 25.
Benzema, I think, can as well.
No. What? Yeah, and Lewa. Lewa's got 25 and 20, and Lewa's got 9 in the Champions League in 5 games, and he's got 14 goals in 13 appearances. However,
much easier group as well.
I was gonna say that the group is a lot easier. Like some of the opposition that Lewandowski's faced, I mean, come on. So I'm hurt to take that into account. But as things stand right now, I would say for next year's Ballon d'Or, Salah's 1st, Lewa's a very, very close 2nd, and then probably Benzema 3rd, as things stand right now, in my opinion anyway, for next year.
I'm just stunned. His stats are ridiculous. Man, got 31. 31 in the worst season that he had. He's been a part of the Liverpool team.
22 in the league, by the way.
Let's continue the Salah talk when we get to him. Let's talk about all these other G's in there. Let's finish up the Salah thing when we get to him.
Indeed.
Star Dazing says Kante 5th, Jorginho 3rd. Houseway. It's a joke.
It's actually a joke.
We know this.
It's actually a joke.
Says it's all about PR trophies where you play them from. Facts again.
Yeah.
Can't take these trophies seriously in these accolades because of how ridiculously biased they are. But yeah, Joel Matip. I reckon Joel's an 8. Poor first half, but second half he was class.
I wouldn't say he was poor. I think he was very average and he could have been a lot better. Because remember, we talked about Matip standards, but I think, as you said, he massively improved in the second half. So I agree with that. I give him an 8 as well. I give him an 8.
I would have given him 7.5, but you lot both gave him 8, so I won't argue it.
It's a celebration tonight as well, bro. Come on, man. Pick up the champagne drift, man. Jeez.
I've got the grouse in the glass, but I've got the grouse in the glass.
VVD.
He was better than Matt, better in the first half. Played even better in the second half. I felt he started bullying his attackers as well. Once the game got on, I know he took the odd free kick where like it was more redemption, but for me, I thought he couldn't have played a better game in my opinion, other than score a goal. I'm gonna give him an 8.5.
Oh, I'd have gone 9 there still.
Even I'm
Do you know what, guys? I'm going to
that.
be real with you. I feel like you have to be playing a team where our defense is doing more than we were forced to do today to get into an 8.5 or a 9. So it's not that I think he played poorly, because he didn't. But if you think about how little they had to do, I'm going to go 8 for Van Dijk just based on that he didn't have that much to do. Like, I think 8.9 and 9 is when it's like, well, we're under the cosh a bit and man had to make bare tackles. And do you get what I mean? Like, he did what he needed to do well, but I don't think I can go as high as a 9 based on the fact that they barely in the second half, they didn't really trouble us too much defensively.
That's because
I'm going to give Van Dijk an 8.
So you basically just come into the club and switched on the lights. Right, cool, fair enough.
I just don't think that Matip and Virgil had to do much to earn a 9 or whatever.
But what it is, their interceptions their interceptions didn't allow Everton to do to build up any play. But I'm still giving it 8.5 for me personally.
I was gonna go for a 9. So should we meet in the middle? Because you did 8 drift.
8.5 it is then, isn't it? Very good. Oh,
well, considering man said I came in here and switched off the lights, I'm not gonna come in and turn off the electric and shut down everything. You know what I mean?
No, you turned on the lights.
You turned on the lights, bro. You're threatening now to shut off the speakers, bro.
All right. Well, my bad. I'm gonna turn out the lights again. All right, cool.
All right. Robbo.
I thought Robbo was very
gets
good.
A 9.5 for me today.
Tell him again.
Robbo
the lights
was
are off now, the music's back on.
I told you I was gonna turn out the lights, but this time I won't light a candle. You get what I'm saying?
Robbo was sensational tonight, lads. Can't even lie. It's back to the old Robbo.
That's back-to-back man of the match type performances from man like Robbo, right?
Robbo.
And man them said, I remember about 2 weeks ago when me and Cal sat here and had to ask the people, calm down, when we was inundated with Robbo is
Some
done.
people were like,
Robbo.
That was this show, Drift. Robbo.
Like, it took Cal about 10 minutes to get over it. Like, Cal was like, Robbo, guys,
crazy, man.
gotta do better than this, guys.
I couldn't believe it.
No, bro, I couldn't believe what I was hearing either. I'm hearing man say, get rid of Robbo, he's done. I'm just like, guys, the man's had a bit of man's had a dip in form. Guys, calm down.
Robbo got 2 assists tonight, you know.
And he could have had more.
Why?
Could have had more.
Why?
And it weren't even just about the glory of getting the assist and that. Man was sourcing all game anyway, up and down, defending well, passing well, coming inside, taking on his man. Like, man was just different.
Definitely, bro.
Flacco.
Do you know what?
I go 8.5 for Flacco.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good, but I wouldn't say it was like as good as like Robbo, for example.
I think 8.5 as well.
Good with that. Mr. Sauce.
Thiago.
Dripping his sauce.
Got a yellow card. He was very industrious though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, even though I got the yellow, I felt like his passing, 1 or 2 mishit passes, but I'm still personally, because I feel like he was setting tempo for us as well. I'm gonna give Thiago it's either 8 or 8.5. I'm gonna give it 8.5.
I'm gonna sit him next to Flacco. I think they're both as good as each other.
8.5.
I'll 8.5. I'll sit him next.
We don't lose when their man start, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. We don't lose when their man start.
Bro, I know you lot always want to claim the Spanish team because that's the team he decided to play for. But I told you it's the Brazilian source in the midfield, man. I told you, man.
It's not even about that. Them man,
I told you, man. It's the Brazilian source.
It's the pivot.
As Cal says, it's Brazil. in the midfield, man. I'm telling you, man.
Pivot.
Do you know what I love? Yeah, you lot. We grew up, yeah, in the Premier League, and like Brazilian players were very scarce. Like I can't remember before 2005, 6 when Anderson went to Man United. I don't even remember how many like Brazilians even played in the league.
I remember Emerson, Juninho,
Gilberto Silva. Like there was very few Brazilians in this league, right? And I'm going to be real, and I'm being biased when I say this, yeah. I'm being biased when I say this, but I think Brazilians are the best footballers, period, yeah. Like, I know that's maybe a blanket statement, but that's just my opinion. I think Brazilians are the best footballers. So if you sign a Brazilian, it just adds a little bit of sauce on it, innit? You're like, well, we're getting a Brazilian there. Like, is he going to live up to the, you know what I mean?
I know, but you're thinking about the good Brazilians. There have been some bad ones as well.
No, but so to make my point is that our spine, yeah, 3 of the 4 positions, our spine is Brazilian, you man. And we ain't got the fake ones, blood. We got the real ones.
Fakes up in there, bro.
We've got
Ali. We ain't got no Fred.
We got Ali, Flacco, Thiago, and Bobby. That is our spine, you man. Fuck, you know, sometimes you gotta think to yourself, hold on a minute. Are we really watching a time where Klopp has brought in a Brazilian spine? Like, I'm not even joking. This is like, it's mad, you lot. It's actually mad. It's actually mad. It's actually mad.
Different.
Sure.
All right. I'm not even gonna. It's a 10, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You don't even need to ask the question.
100%.
You don't even need to ask questions.
All
I'm going to ask people to do is talk about my captain now, innit?
He is phenomenal today.
Set pace in this game, bro.
Talk about my captain, innit? That's all I want you to do. I want you to talk about my captain.
Ross. Different today. You see his goal on his weaker foot. Bruv, if any of the midfielders who got the machine, the propaganda and media machine behind them score that goal, we're hearing about it for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Oh, of course.
If you look at the angle behind Henderson when he hits it, the ball is outside of the post when it leaves his foot and spins back in. His weaker foot, he hit it first time. No touch, no delay, no dilly-dallying. He just said, I'm setting the pace. I'm setting the pace.
And Cal, the maddest thing is, bro, we're not even glory hunting today because even that goal was absolutely sensational. The guy's passing, the round the corner flicks, the nutmegs, the crossing, the link-up play with Salah.
Tackling the reading of the game.
Bro, today.
Come on.
Listen, talk about my captain, innit? Talk about my fucking captain. That's all I'm talking about him now, innit? Like, listen, I told man about my fucking captain, you know? I told man about my captain. Man, I'm going to sleep on Henderson. What? Because he doesn't look as pretty as the others. It ain't all about being the prettiest. Best believe. Because you can't even win Miss World if you don't come with a good speech. You get what I'm saying? It ain't just about being pretty. It ain't. Sure, talk about my captain, man.
Different.
Talk about him.
Different levels.
Celebration.
Hey, Danny, I don't think people get it. I still don't think people get it. Tomorrow, I'm still going to hear some slander about my captain. I don't think the people do get it, bro. I don't think they do. Like, honestly, I don't think they do. There's man there who out here telling me that man should get benched for Calvin Phillips in the England team and all that, bro. There's people that don't get it. There's people that don't get it. So it is what it is, man.
I've got to hold my hand up as well. Hemanta says, Cal, I know you guys were saying that Fab and Thiago first names as midfielders on the team sheet. Never doubt Hendo again. For me, he's the first man on the team sheet when fully fit, and so does Klopp. Hey, you know what? I might have to hold that L and hold it above my head. Walk around with it for a little bit. I might have to be that guy. Different.
I'll let you hold that, bro. I won't say anything.
Ain't gonna say no.
P. Al says, don't mean to go for you, Cal, but Hendo still is 6. You know what? He's making me change my opinion slightly on that as well. He is. I do like him in the 6 as well, though, because we saw.
That's what I was going to say. He can fill in.
Yeah, and United, we saw him against Man United, and he was sick in the 6.
Henderson, I like. No, do you know what it is? I still think Fabinho's is our best 6, but if we ever need to change something or Fabinho's injured, I have no issues with him being in the 6.
What was the game this year when Hendo got man in the match playing as a 6? I can't remember. What game was that?
But Flacco's the true 6, even though I don't mind Henderson being facts.
Did Flacco play in the Manchester game?
No.
At Old Trafford? He didn't, did he? That was Hendo, wasn't it?
Henderson, bro. Henderson at the
Remember,
BS.
he threaded the ball through to Salah for his hat trick.
There you go. There you go. Remember, he plays where he's needed.
No, of course.
I'll say again, he plays where he's needed.
Different.
He's different. The man's actually do. And do you want to know what? Obviously, he's not as good as Stevie. That's obvious. But you know what he's doing? That is emulating Stevie, filling in where he's needed. That was one of the things about our captain. That was the best thing. Even though Stevie could do his most damage playing in that attacking midfield type of area or doing the box to box thing, if you needed him to do a job, he was capable. You tell me a position on the field you were worried about Gerrard other than goalkeeper. Because I'll be real with you. Even at centre back, I'll be like, Stevie's going to pull a performance out today. Even at left back, right back, left wing, right wing. Listen, damn near, if you told him to play a false 9, I'll be like, well, Stevie's going to do a job today. Do you know what I mean? Even though this position is foreign to him, he's still going to pull a performance out today. And I'm not saying Hendo can do it as well as Stevie, but bro, that's what I love about Hendo as well. The man can play a multitude of positions and still perform well. If I told you we're going to a Champions League final against Barcelona or Real Madrid or something, and we had to play Henderson at right back, none of you would go, oh shit. You'd be annoyed that Trent wasn't playing, but you wouldn't be like, oh shit, here we go. Hendo's gonna get ripped at right back. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a man sleeping captain, man.
Jamrock says Hendo still don't start over Fab, Thiago, and Eves in midfield.
Do you know what, Jamrock? Not today, bro. Maybe on another. Let's have that conversation another day. Not today, man. Not today. Allow that talk today, Jamrock. Allow that talk today, man. My mom called my Henderson. Henderson was gone and asking
honor the
about.
super chat though. There's a debate. To honor the super chat, there's a debate.
Yeah, but have that debate another day, though. That's what I'm trying to say. That man won 4-1. Henderson got a goal and an assist.
Right. Let's do it.
Allow it today. And it's all love, Jamrock, but not today, fam. Monday night show or something like that, or Friday. We're going to check that out. Henderson, put in an amazing performance, you know.
Salah.
Hold on. Hold on. Who did you say?
Mohamed Salah. Jeez.
Fam, this guy.
I'm gonna be.
It's 9.5 for me, by the way.
No, I'm
Can I
giving
be
him
honest?
a 10. I'm giving him a 10.
And I'll be honest.
Salah a 10.
He's a 10. No, he's a 10.
It's not like I'm gonna say it.
Bro, he's the best player in the world.
Still my man of the match, but Salah's getting a 10.
Bro, he's the best. Listen. Different gravy, fam. Different. Mohamed Salah right now is the best player in the world. He, for me, should get joint man of the match with Henderson. There's no other player. Sorry, just quickly. There's no other player that can talk to this man. Bro, you know how some people we look at how they score their goals. So don't get twisted. Lewandowski, Benzema doing all the madness here, but I look at their competition. I think, okay. Salah's doing it against Man City. Salah's doing it against his rivals. Salah's doing it in Man United, getting hat tricks. I'm seeing a guy take a level to a next level where I think to myself, how can this man improve? Well, he has. This season, you're seeing it. 19 and 19. This guy here is a legend that we need to appreciate even more. And I feel like Salah, for whatever reason, maybe because he's not fashionable like some other players, so to speak, outside. Well, this probably goes to people outside Liverpool. This guy here is showing us levels, because when it's all said and done, when Salah don't kick ball no more, they're going to talk about Mohamed Salah and how he was the king and rare. Yes, that's all well and good, but give him his flowers now. I don't like it sometimes when I feel like people will give him his flowers when it's all said and done. Because right now he's a legend, bro. And I'll be honest with you, what Suarez done at Liverpool was sensational. And there will always be a debate on who was better, who had more talent, rare.
Who I'm taking.
But if we're talking about body of work, consistency, and I know Suarez wasn't there as long, and obviously Salah played in a better team. But you can only go by what you see in front of your eyes. I think, as things stand right now, Mohamed Salah is a legend for Liverpool. So if he was to just stop today, right now, don't play no more football, every man should be like, nah, he was a legend. Look what man did. And he's about to do more, by the way, people. You think Salah's finished eating? Get out of here.
Get that contract over to him now.
Mad.
Now, as I said, I'd have sacrificed one of the subs coming on just for Edwards to just walk out of the pitch and be like, brother, I need you to sign this real quick.
I don't even want to think about the contract thing because it's actually starting to make me get really.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it right now.
I'm starting to believe that either he's not going to sign, which is going to send everything into chaos, or they're going to do the whole in January when we don't buy a player, that's when they announce it to make us happy with that, but shut us up because they're not going to do anything about the squad. Listen, I've just got a horrible feeling about it.
I want to sign players, obviously, first and foremost. But if it meant in January that we had to go with what we have and Salah signs, I'm cool with that, you know. Don't get twisted with. I'll be vexed if you don't sign a player from wherever. But I need Salah to sign the team. Like we just need that to happen because you can't replace him, bro. You can't. The money and what we work with, you can't do it with two players. You can't, bro. So. Yeah, man. Different. We move.
Jamrock, just to clear up, Jamrock, we fully see where you're coming from. It's just tonight's a celebration, though, Jamrock. Tonight's just a celebration. Just getting the bevies in.
Still going on about it?
Just getting the bevies in and all that, Jamrock. That's what we're just having a little vibe tonight. We're having a vibe tonight.
We nearly got Cal to pour a rare nephew today. It's mad.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. So look at Virgil. No. Look at Virgil. It's a vibes thing tonight, man.
Bro, it's such a vibe. I can lie on you tonight, Cal.
It's a vibes, man.
Right, M says right now Salah would score a goal even if he started the game as goalkeeper coach. Probably would. Probably would, bro.
Facts, man.
I think on Friday it's going to be Matt versus Jamrock still.
No, it might be still. It might be. I'm big at Jamrock as well, but I just, it's not that night tonight.
Celebration tonight. Jota
9. He occupied the defenders.
The goal was
bro.
cold.
Drift. I'll give you that.
Goal was cold.
This guy done what Firmino would do. In terms of the false 19, I remember there was one point in the game. I said, "You man, look at Jota. He was the closest to Van Dijk at one point, but yeah, he's scoring a goal. This man's becoming more and more complete as each game goes by. And you have to remember, he ain't a striker. He's a wide forward / second striker. He's not an out 9, and he's learning his trade as he goes on. This guy for me is sensational. For me, gets a 9.5. Facts.
I'm going 9.
You're right,
Jim. I'm gonna have to bump him up then, aren't I? So, there you go, Diogo. I'm gonna bump you up, my brother.
Jamrock, whenever you're ready, bro. Whenever you're ready about the Henderson. Whenever you're ready, bro. Man's got stats for that still, or whatever you want to bring up.
It's a date. It's a date.
That's fine, bro.
I got 8.5 for Mane. I feel he's really good, but he just wasn't as good as Jota and Salah today.
This is where I might be the one who turns on the lights still.
What, for Mane?
But there you go. Go and do it.
What you give up? Mane gets an 8.5, bro. He was dangerous for the whole game. Yes, some of his hold-up play was a little bit iffy, but when the ball put it like this, when he was actually given something to work with, I thought he done very well. Not only that, you got to remember. Let me see if this.
So hold on. Are you?
Hold on.
No. Just
let me. I thought something.
All right, go on.
Who got 2 assists tonight?
Robbo.
What side was that?
The left.
Who's on that side?
Sadio.
So if Sadio was occupying the space for the defenders, that allowed Robbo to get the space. Would you agree or disagree?
No, I agree.
Does that change your mind slightly?
Andy was playing a lot of the passes to Robbo
and not being
for
biased.
Robbo
I'm
to
just
do
saying,
the creation.
because I kind of feel like even though Sadio, I know what you're going to say, because he wasn't exceptional in terms of like maybe the other two, but I kind of feel like his space and I know people. I'm already seeing Winnerpool, Matt's doing the Sky Sports thing. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is though, Sadio was smart though. So when he was going inside and allowing Robbo to overlap, that's what I was talking about before the game, and it allowed Robbo to get the 2 assists. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree, but at the same time, I've got to look at the other side as well, where there were sloppy touches, there were miscalculations, there were bad passes sometimes when he's better than that.
I feel like Matt's got a point though. A lot of the passes he wasn't doing as well as he should with, they weren't easy passes to control. It wasn't like he was getting simple. There was quite a few. There was quite a few.
Drift. There was only the one, bro.
Remember there was that pass where someone hammered it to him, and I was like,
that was Henderson. That was Henderson. That was once, but
I'm fine with him getting an 8. I would have given him 8.5. I'm fine with him getting an 8, but lower than an 8 is too much for me. I thought Mane was good. Goals and assists don't just get, and obviously I'm not talking to you, Cal. Goals and assists aren't the only way we judge things. Like, we've got to look at more than that. And he was defending well. His off the ball movement was brilliant. His link up play with Robertson down the left side was brilliant. Like there's no way that the odd poor touch here or there from difficult passes is gonna make me mark him down. So and 8 if we're gonna do the all in.
Because I felt Mane in the first half was a little bit indifferent, but I thought it came alive in more so in the second half. And not only that, just to kind of go on what you've said, I think that left hand.
For anyone in the chat saying Mane is poor, he wasn't poor. Remember, poor is 0 to 2. Or sorry, 2 to 4.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah, but I've after all that Mane's done, get him out the club talk, I switch off when anyone starts saying.
No, it's not even about that tonight. I just think sometimes if someone doesn't get a goal and if someone has basically put it like this: if you see 90 minutes and you see someone have 4 bad touches, I think people are very quick to go, the bad game, but they forget about all things that he done.
It was more than 4, though. It was more than 4. Let's be honest. It was more than 4.
No, it was.
Bro, can I be honest with you?
If we watch the game back, you'll see it was more than 4.
Bro,
no, it wasn't.
Let me say this. You see Salah's chance that he should have scored. That was really bad. Like really bad. Like bad. But you want to know something? Even if Salah scored 2 goals, he gets a 10. But let's say that we drew the game, and I know we didn't, and I know it's only hindsight, but you got to look at it and go, bro, you should have really scored that. I think we kind of have to give Mane a bit of slack. Yes, he has some poor touches, but we can't act like his side, and especially his teamwork with Robbo, that kind of like combination that they have, was back to kind of his original best. Yes, Robbo had the better game, but I felt like that side specifically today was on a different level. Yes, Mane didn't have the greatest against us. I'm not giving no 9 or 10. But I think to sit here and say, he gets a 6 or a 7 at best, I think that's a little bit disingenuous, man. Like, I think he's at least an 8.
For me, it would have been a 7.5.
We'll settle at an 8 then. If me and Matt are all right with 8.5 and you say we'll settle at an 8. I mean, technically, it should be 8.5, but I'm all right to settle for an 8. That doesn't bother me.
It was good, man. But it's just that he didn't score the goal.
I don't think he was as good as version of those players today.
The one thing I will say as well, and this is for any player, but Mane especially, quite a few times, like I see Naby do this, I see Mane do this, I see Ox do it. I see a couple players do it, where sometimes it's not necessarily that their first touch is poor, it's that they're trying to do something risky with the first touch to get themselves into an advantageous position. So, like, anybody can just control the ball and just have it under control, but does it mess up the flow of the move? What I've noticed that players like Mane, Ox, Naby, that players like that, they try to do something a bit outrageous with the touch to keep the flow of the move going. And sometimes it can look like a poor touch, but really and truthfully, if it comes off, it puts them in a very good position to then get us like into scoring the goal or whatever. So you
can use that for anything though, Drift, because if Thiago tries to do a pass and it goes wrong and then they attack and score from it, you can turn around and say, oh, but he tried something, but it still turned out to
No,
be
but
something that
there's a
ended up happening.
difference, Carl, because if you're an attacking player and you see a position that you might be able to take advantage of in a split second, so you try and do something. If it doesn't come off, you might look a bit stupid, but if it does come off, then it looks brilliant. And I don't mind forward players taking that risk because their job is all about risk, high risk, high reward. So a lot of the time when I see Mane miscontrolling it, it's because he tried to do something within the rhythm of the control. It's not like you just pass a ball to him and he just can't control it, and like he tries to like touch it round the player, or somebody's like wrestling with him and he tries to like take a touch to flick it on, or like it's not like the ball just comes to him and he goes and he just has a really bad touch just for the hell of having a bad touch. So for me, I don't get that annoyed because I know he's trying to take that risk that puts us into an advantageous position. So I'm a little more okay with that than it seems like other people are.
I think we'll have to agree to disagree.
Can I just say something as well? Last thing, and it's not about that. And I don't want to dig this person up. Jamrock, he's saying
that super chat back.
Sorry, I'll bring it back up. Don't worry, I can bring it back up. Andre, you're acting like you don't know that this bias comes into race sometimes. All right, Jamrock, I'll say this here. How many times have you probably seen me and
I think
Cal...
that's a blanket statement.
No, because one thing I would say is how many times have you seen where Drift might say something about Mane and I would disagree. But if I'm agreeing with what Drift's saying, or if I, have similar views, now it's a biased thing. I think, Jamrock, you have to understand something. And this is not me having an attack on you, but I'm saying this. We won 4-1. Mane, in my opinion, didn't have a bad game. I thought he had a good game. I thought he had a very good game, and I think he turned it on a little bit the second half. He didn't get the goals, but I think him being smart and allowing Robbo to overlap, in my opinion, allowed Robbo to do better than maybe, I don't know, it might have been a little bit, what's the word? Not cagey, but it allowed Robbo the space to kind of get in behind. And this ain't even me trying to be savvy or whatever. I just think sometimes, like, I'm calling it how it is, Kyle's calling it how it is, and just calling it how it is. And there's going to be times that we all agree, Jamrock, and times that we disagree. But I think to say that it's a bit biased, I don't think bias comes into Jamrock because I'm just calling it how it is. And for the first time in ages, people might say I'm disagreeing with Cal on a Mane rating. So I don't see how you get biased from that, Jamrock. But anyway, Jamrock, me and you'll chop it up Friday anyway. So get your notepad ready and get your notes and your pen and pad, because it's going to be interesting still.
And for a few people are saying, how can Virgil and Mane be on the same rating? It goes down to the fact that Virgil didn't have to do that much today. Like, this is a game where, like, even though Virgil played well, like, we weren't even really under the cosh at any point during the game. So you can't go overboard and start giving out 10 to defenders who didn't even have to do that much tackling. Do you get what I mean? So in a game we win 4-1 and Mane's part of the attack that helped us win 4-1, it's not a stretch to say that Mane had as good of a game as Virgil.
No,
like, Virgil didn't have to do that much.
No, but this is where I disagree, Drift, because just because someone's not as active doesn't mean they're not as effective. So the stuff that Virgil did exceptionally well. So even if he's done, even if he's done 4 actions, but those 4 actions were done brilliantly, just because someone's done 7 or 8 actions out of 16 actions, for example, doesn't mean they have had a better game, in my opinion. It just means whatever
I disagree with that because you're more involved. I think you're always deserving of a better rating if you're more involved in the game.
I disagree. I think it all depends on what you do.
That's fair enough, but
because all right, let's say for example, Ali today pulled off 2 world-class saves.
Keepers are different though, Cal. Keepers are different.
I think you've still got to have that same energy for everyone on the pitch, Drift, because just because someone's busier doesn't mean they had a better game.
No, it's not about being busier. It's about not having much to do because the opposition weren't effective. No, like there was nothing about Everton's. All right, let me put it like this.
All right, no, but
somebody told me here, any Everton
was
player,
Rondon was pressuring him.
Yeah, but not like. Name me any Everton player in the attack that walks off the pitch today with more than a 5.
Probably none, but don't we?
So how can an Everton attacker not get a 5, but our defenders are getting 9s and 10s? Because if their attackers weren't doing anything, why are our defenders getting 9s and 10s?
That makes perfect sense, Drift, because that's like saying with Virgil, if Everton's attackers were getting 8s and 9s, then Virgil's not going to be getting an 8 or a 9 because he obviously didn't have as good a game, so he'd have got a lower rating.
No, of course, because if they had 8 and 9s, but we walk off the pitch with a 4-1, it means that our defenders were also having 8s and 9s because they were making sure that even though they were playing well, we still managed to stop it. But if their strikers are getting 5s, that means that they were poor. So then, it can't mean that our defenders were great if their players were poor.
I don't get how a player could get an 8 or a 9. Let's say it was an attacker. I don't get how an attacker could get an 8 or a 9, and our defenders also get 8 and a 9. Our centre backs. I don't see how that would work.
Of course it will, because it's matching for match. Like if you're going into a game, like say the game was 2-2, yeah, and their attackers got 8s and 9s, and our defenders were defending brilliantly, but they just managed to get a couple of goals in there. Then that's when your defenders are like, they've been worked hard. So you're like, yeah, Virgil was this, Virgil was that.
Would you more say so that they get high ratings because they made their attack look even worse than they are?
No, because that wasn't the case. Their attack was just dead because it was just dead. They didn't do anything. It wasn't like it was brilliant defending that made them look crap. They were just crap. Like they just didn't do anything. They didn't create anything. Their attack just didn't do anything.
Oh, bro, that's because we shut them off, though.
No, I disagree. I just think they were dead because they were dead. And I think the midfield is what snubbed out today, not the defence. I feel like it was our midfield today that snubbed out their team, not the defence.
No, but Drift, there were times where but look, all right, so prime example, Demarai Gray gets the ball on the left-hand side. Trent's nowhere to be seen because Trent's already starting the attack. He's one-on-one with Demarai Gray. And he gets the ball from him and he walks away from him and passes the ball out. You'd say in that position and that situation, Demarai Gray's had a bit of a mare there, and Matic performed fantastically well in that situation. So you wouldn't.
But that only happened maybe 2 or 3 times, though, Cal. That's what I'm saying. So over 90 minutes, that can't get you a 9 or a 10.
No, I'm not saying it should be getting you a 9 or a 10. But again, this is what I'm saying. If Matip and Virgil, their jobs are to stop players getting in on our goal. That's their job. But their job also for Virgil more so is to maybe spread the play, Matip to drive forward with the ball. They were both doing their jobs and doing it very, very well, especially Virgil. So for me, if they're doing their jobs really well, they're making sure the attackers can't do their jobs very well. Therefore, the attackers aren't going to get high ratings if our defenders get high ratings, because it can't both happen.
No. I mean, I disagree with that. I think when you're getting 9s and 10s, it means that their attack was playing well and we was just really brilliant at stopping it. But if their attack is playing crap...
How often have we ever seen or come off or done ratings and said, yeah, our attack...
We never really care about the opposition.
No, but any game we speak about this season, like Brentford, for example, we conceded 3 against Brentford. You'd say their attackers had a good game that game, wouldn't you? And our defense had
only Matic was poor defensively for us, though. We still gave Virgil
was poor in that game. We gave Virgil low ratings in that game as well.
Did we?
Yeah, of course we did, bro. Man was sleeping for their second goal.
Listen, we can agree to disagree, but I don't think they did enough for our defenders to get 9s and 10s. That's my opinion.
No, but none of our defenders got 9s or 10s, Drift.
So when people are saying someone like Mane, who did well in attack, shouldn't get the same rating as a defender, I'm saying because it evens itself out. Because if you're constantly involved in the game compared to somebody who only had to do a couple of actions, then it evens itself out. I don't think you can, because if you put it the other way around and Mane only got involved in 3 attacks out of all the attacks that we had, people say he had a bad game, even if he did well in those 3 attacks.
All right,
he didn't really do much. Yeah, he had 3 good attempts, but he wasn't really involved in the game. So for me, it's like I've got to kind of keep a little bit of a similar attitude when I'm talking about defenders, as in they played well and they did what they had to do very well. That's why they got 8s. But they weren't put under anywhere near the amount of pressure for them to get higher ratings. So it balances itself out.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's talk about this more maybe on Monday or something.
And for people in the comments, like this, look, me and Drifty and Matt do this all the time. Like there is no animosity here or anything like that.
No. We're just chopping it up, man. It's respectable. We're chopping it up. No one's going crazy.
We just chop out sometimes. We're not going to agree on everything here. That's part of the allure about our channels still.
It's a debate, isn't it?
All right, so we've done all the players, subs.
So
can we really even like not disrespecting any subs? Can we even give them any ratings because they all came on pretty late?
So
didn't
James
they?
Milner came
I'm
on for
trying to
Thiago,
remember if
maybe.
anybody came
Was
on
it
with more
70th?
than.
Was it
I think
70th
it might have
minute?
been the 70th minute when Milner came. Milner played all right.
Milner
though,
was
when he came
decent
on.
to be
Milner
fair. He
was
won the ball
decent.
quite a bit.
And Taki came on later on.
Yeah, Taki came on late. So did
Taki only
Ox.
got 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Ox. But they didn't really
Yeah.
get a lot of time. Like, they kind of
Yeah.
all were like a 6, maybe?
So should we just give? I think Milner could probably get a 7, to be honest, for his
Milner,
career.
because Milner
Yeah.
kind of came on and kind of kept the same tempo.
This would maybe be a 6.5 time for Milner.
Cheek. Ross cheek.
Man said,
Where you want from me, Drifty?
Man said 6.5, you know.
I'm gonna go 7. I mean,
what do you really want from me?
Damn. Klopp, what does Klopp get today?
10.
Yeah,
you know why?
Man just beat up the Ops 4-1. Can't argue with that.
You have to give man ratings. He was like, you know what? I'm going to make one change. I'm going to take out Ibu and put in Matip because he understands that's our best centre-back partnership. And he understands that you just have to go to your tried and tested in a game like this, which is what I expected anyway. And he made the right call. And that's also as well, he realised that Robbo was back in form after his last game. He kept with Robbo as well. Robbo actually, not to say done him a favour, but Robbo, produced the goods that Klopp wanted. He got 2 assists as well. You know what I mean? There was a lot of pressure on Robbo tonight because Tsimikas has been the only person in Robbo's career where he's had to look over his shoulder and was applying a lot of pressure. And I felt like Robbo really answered the call in the last 2 games. So I think that was massive. And Jota as well, being centre forward, getting better, a bit more all-rounded as well. Obviously got a goal today. So yeah, man, Klopp gets a 10.
Can I ask you a lot of questions?
Go for it.
In the last 18 months, who's been a better signing than Jota?
Overall, in our team or overall?
No, in the whole Premier League.
In the Prem.
Last 18 months. I'm trying to think who else has moved in the last 18 months.
Yeah, who else is...
I'm not saying there's a statement. I'm just asking a question to see if anybody can tell me someone.
Ruben Diaz, maybe?
Mendy for Chelsea.
Ruben Diaz.
Those are the only 2.
Ruben Diaz and Mendy, the only ones that can kind of talk to Jota. I think.
That's how well Jota's playing.
Yeah, he's in that conversation.
Oh, Jota's a G, bro.
But Jota's in that conversation. I think either Ruben Diaz or Mendy are the only ones that can talk to Jota if you want to have a debate. Those are the only 2. The only 2 players that I can think of, dude.
There you go, man.
Shout out to Chris Brack. He just sent me a message I'm going to read out. Interesting fact. Did you know that not a single Everton fan has ever texted anyone to say they've won a major trophy? Texting started in 1997. Happy Derby Day.
Big up yourself, Chris.
Oh,
big up, big up, big up.
It's facts, though, isn't it? You just...
That's crazy.
That's mad.
Do you know what? Yeah, let me ask you a little something. Do you think it's harder and it takes more like oomph to support a club that you know won't win than it does to support a club that you know should probably win?
100%.
Yeah.
Because I've got a rate. Because you see, like, if you like push it all to one side and you think about it for a second, we would throw our toys out the pram as a fan base for like a really poor result. Let's use Man United as an example. Yeah, they've got all that history that they want to talk about now, and they're arguably the biggest club in England, maybe even the world, right? And then they lose like 4 or 5 games after finishing second the prior season, and their toys are out the pram.
No.
Out,
there's more context to that, Drift. Is how they're losing.
No, fair enough. But what I'm saying is, there's teams who deal with that on a weekly basis, and their fans still turn up and they don't they don't say shit. So what I'm saying is, it probably does take a lot to be a fan of these small teams where you turn up every week and just a victory feels like a trophy. Like, I don't even know what those man there go. Like, imagine being like the fan of like Leyton Orient. Imagine if you was let's keep it Liverpool based. Imagine if you was a Leyton Orient fan. What the fuck do you get to celebrate?
Nah, do you know, I don't want to disrespect them, bro, because
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm saying I think it takes more for them to be the loyal fans that they are. Because what do they get to really be happy about? And they're still there every week.
They get to see
supporting the thing.
There's two ways
Some
of looking at it
people,
because they can follow their club closer than we can.
yeah, and not only that, they get to see that like they never maybe imagine their team being in a league of this quality, and they're in there, not even just like winning games, but they're just there in it. So like, say where we're from originally, and that team had like that town had a team, and they was in the Prem, we will back them no matter what in it. Like we'll back them. Like if your town had a team, and you were like, right, like man, never thought they'd be in the Premier League, and they're doing something, you would back them. And even though you would never see probably that team win because they'll get smoked.
There's man them who walk out like today. The Everton fans just walking out because they've had enough. But the fans don't even do that, bruv.
No, but it's the pride as well. Like I think a lot of it.
I'm just saying, them man there are faithful, and I rate it.
Seeing them walk out after 20 minutes was hilarious.
No, them man there had enough, bro. They had enough. They were like, hell no.
Let's go home. Let's just go home. Pick up your stuff and let's go home. I've had enough. I've seen enough. Let's go home.
I love it.
Zabiri says, can we revise the ratings? Thanks for the 0.5s, Cal, but we need ratings to reflect food quantity. So 10 is a full plate and rice with no gravy.
Yeah, but then we're gonna have to throw in curveballs like, well, what's rice with salad cream then?
Yeah, I tell him again, Drifty.
Hey, Matt don't know about that combination, Cal. So
it's not even that.
I'm on light salad.
I just don't rate it as much as you, man. I love salad cream, but not as much as
salad
you, man.
Salad cream and rice and peas bangs harder.
No, but all I'm saying is, if I've got jerk chicken and rice and peas, salad cream is not my go-to. Like for the sauce, innit? I want some jerk sauce, or I want some gravy. Salad cream I'll have, like obviously if I'm having my salad.
But there's jerk sauce on the chicken.
Yeah, but I might want jerk sauce on the rice then.
Well, then you must enjoy trips to the toilet.
No, I just like jerk sauce.
I'm not a big fan of gravy though, if I'm gonna be honest.
You're not a big fan of gravy?
Nah. Not Bisto gravy, like oxtail gravy can run, obviously.
But man never said Bisto, you know.
Little curry gravy might, but salad cream.
Yeah, what about curry gravy? You may not eat gravy.
Yeah. I'm not a gravy on rice. Gravy goes on my vegetables, on my potatoes.
You don't like gravy on rice?
My meat. Nah, I never put gravy on my rice ever.
Right, I'm on the wrong show, fam.
No, I put a little bit of gravy on the rice, but then some salad cream.
Mashed potato, vegetables, roast potatoes, meat. Yeah, gravy goes on that. Not on my
so what
rice.
do you put your salad cream on?
Not dry rice, people. I don't have dry.
Who has dry rice?
Oh,
no, I put salad cream and coleslaw next to either rice, but I mix it with
dry rice
and
peas.
I'm on brown rice at the moment as well. I'm on brown rice at the moment.
Man said, I can't even lie. If you have dry rice, nah, man.
But it's not dry rice if there's gravy on your meat, because you put everything on the fork at the same time.
No.
There's already gravy on your vegetables and your meat.
No.
And you put a little rice on the top.
I can't believe, man, that is a violation.
I'm quite shocked at that, Drift. I'm not going to lie.
Because I never said dry rice. I said I put salad cream on the side.
No, but you said you put no gravy in the rice, though.
No,
that's dry rice.
If it's white rice, then I put my salad cream and my coleslaw on the side. And if
but
it's
what's
rice
on the
and
rice?
peas,
what's on the rice? I need to know what's on the rice.
I will dip the rice in the salad cream before I eat it. That's what I'm saying.
So where do you put the salad cream, Drift?
That's what I'm thinking.
If it's white rice, I'll put it on the edge, and if it's rice and peas, I just pour it all over it. It depends which one I'm having.
I put a little bit of curry or oxtail gravy on the rice, and then I put salad cream on top of it.
Look at some gravy, you know.
The gravy's on the other stuff. I don't put gravy on my rice.
Fair dues. Right, people. Before we wrap up, you know what we're going to ask you. Send in your views, review, people.
Landscape. Not portrait. Not portrait.
We ain't taking pictures and doing paintings. Landscape. Looking out into the view.
Sir, I'm not laughing.
Do not garden. Landscape. Please, people, send in your views, review by 4 p.m. tomorrow so we can get those out. We are going to be back tomorrow evening for the Prem Panel show. Not too sure what time we're going to go live yet, though, just because of the Arsenal Man United game. So we obviously got to check with Aaron and a couple of the other panelists. And then obviously Friday we're back with a preview for the Wolves game and Rival Watch Kopish calling as well.
Indeed.
Obviously, people, we've got almost 900 of you in the chat. Please, let's get the likes up to 750 minimum.
So Jambot just said, do I need to Google salad cream? If you're willing to spend 5 times more than it costs in England, then go to what's that big place that they have in America again? Walmart. I'm sure I saw it in Walmart in the foreign aisle. It had the 99p sticker on it, and they were charging $5.99.
Oh no!
And it had the 99p sticker on it. Yeah.
Mazza.
Salad cream is the one.
Yeah, it's still. Yes, people. Also follow us on social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So make sure you follow us there, people. Matt Drift, anything you want to say for the people before we say?
Oh, it's in Whole Foods as well. Someone just said for the Americans, you can get salad cream in Whole Foods as well.
What I want to say is, this brother here,
different.
Mohamed Salah is the best player in the world. We move. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. And on that note, people, if you haven't checked out the merch store, make sure you check out the merch store as well. The Christmas stuff is going thick and fast, people.
Tell them again. Tell them
It's
again.
going thick and fast. But hey, don't take my word for it. Take Advert Cow's word. Here it is, people. Love you all. Good night.
Peace.
Hi guys, by now you'd have seen our merch store and you're familiar with it. But hold on, what's that? Christmas stuff? Oh, hold on a sec. Merry Clopmas, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies for men, women and children. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, look at the detail on that. But wait, hold on. There's more. Jingle. No, not Jingle Bells. It's Jurgen Bells. Look at the Christmas tree with the trophies underneath it. Snapbacks. You know how it is. You've seen the snaps that before. Oh, it's a red one. It's a red one as well. Guys, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. Head over to our merch store and get your stuff now. Let's go.